such a bad hair day today.
You got the glasses too? Who knows? You might.
I can't. No, I can't do it. I gotta put the hat back on. Hold on. All right, you entertain the people for like 3 seconds.
You got it. Do your thing. Here we go, Gonzales against Arhungry, winner semis. As we just saw, it was definitely a much different matchup.
Winners finals now. Actually,
finals now?
It's just Chris. He's so slow.
Things are going so fast.
He's so slow. He can't change it.
It's a smaller pool of players today. I think it was like 26 entrants or something. So
really,
but yeah, things going by a little quicker than usual.
Stacked bracket though. I mean, I looked at the players that are here for 26 entrants. Ugh. I'm kind of happy I wasn't able to enter today.
Yeah, I somehow salvaged a 2-2, so I'm cool with that.
Let's go.
I'll take it.
I salvaged an 0-0 because I had class delayed o'clock.
There you go.
Let's go. But this is winners finals. Prime difference is that this is now a best of 5 with these two players right now. So both of these guys are and the lightning kick right to the back. It's going to be able to take 3 games to be able to advance to grand finals of this here tourney.
Yeah. If there's one thing we might take for granted in Ultimate, and I'm starting to see more posts about this on social media, but the knockback in this game just looks so much better than Smash 4. Seeing Zelda land one of those back airs has so much oomph behind it, and it's just great to watch. Like,
dude, you remember like how
knockback?
So like nervous about like how weird the knockback looked in this game, and it literally just took a month, and like now like we can't look at another Smash game.
I was genuinely confused because like I said, I didn't play a ton of Smash 4 outside of the beginning of it, and I saw the new knockback and I was like, oh, I'm actually really excited for this, and I saw a bunch of people with with hesitation on it, and I mean for good reason, I'm sure. When something's that different to what you've been playing for 4 years, it's gonna be like, oh, I don't know, but yeah. I think it's awesome to watch now.
Yeah, but then it only took us a month. Yeah. We all wanted to forget 4, man.
Yeah, that did not take long at all. I was very surprised. That's like a record in a fighting game series to just completely disregard the past one like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. Unless, Marvel Infinite and you're like, the people who made it.
Yeah. But that didn't even have a sequel come out. People forgot about it.
Different story.
Yeah, that's rough.
But yeah, I would have to put my money on Arhungry potentially taking this first game or the set.
Really?
Not the set. I don't know about the set, because Gonz might be able to switch here, but it's just because Gonz's Palutena is relatively new, and Arhungry actually is pretty practiced in this matchup.
Okay.
Palutena is my secondary. I play with Hungry on the regular.
Okay.
So, he does have a lot of experience in that regard. There's also Fruit, who is here today, who comes to the locals as well, who is one of if not the best Palutenas in Jersey.
Yeah, I saw her run, I think it was last week at this tournament.
Got 7th.
Top 8, yeah.
7th out of about 39 entrants, something like that. It was a relatively stacked bracket that day as well. She is absolutely no slouch, and Hungry has played her plenty of times as well, so he definitely has plenty of experience in that regard as well. Even in 4, she was playing Palutena in Smash 4 as well. So,
and I'm sure even online, Palutena is one of the more common characters you'll see.
Yeah,
I'm sure Zelda you don't see too much, so unless you have good practice against that.
Yeah, for sure. Zelda definitely still not one of the more common characters, but definitely more so than she used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just not to doubt like Gonz's proficiency as a player. It's just his Palutena is relatively new, But I mean, he is a top player in the area, so he might still be able to just clutch this out. You never know. As you saw, he got that cute little string right there, taking Arhungry to 65, 69. But the down air, if he was able to convert that into an up air, that would have been hype.
Ooh, going for the.
And look at that, because if he rolls back, he would have got hit by the. He would have got hit by the uppie, and if he rolls forward or if he stays there, he gets hit by the knight. His usage of coverage of that move is insane, and he's able to just consistently land that terrible hitbox.
Yeah.
Whenever he's able to get it too, this man Zelda is just no slouch.
And I think even on that the tech chase setup, I think Gonzo had the second best possible thing happen to him because there was one option for him to actually get out of it, and then every other option I think he would have died. So that's crazy. Yeah. Because the thing is too with what is it called? The Spirit, the Dark Knight.
Phantom Knight.
The Phantom Knight. There's a mix-up you can do where you're right before you fully charge it, you can just release it, and you'll still get that full hitbox come out immediately, or you can fully hold it, and then you have the delay. And there you saw a great example of him popping it early, trying to get the roll away, and then also doing the get up in place, and then he also did the teleport behind to get the roll away. It's really smart stuff.
But here we go. We outbreak the targets. Both of these guys mutually agreed to it. Both men of culture.
It's a great song. Here we see Gonzo kind of poking with the safest aerials, forward air and back air. great for Palutena. You got invincibility on the back air, which can be very big in this matchup, actually, if you decide to clank with, or not decide to, but it happens to clank with one of those fairs or bears from Zelda. Scary stuff.
Yeah, speaking of things that Zelda has in this matchup, you saw him use the, that back air is going to be able to take the stock, charging a knight at the wrong time, wrong place, wrong time. You saw Arhungry off stage actually barely up being to get away from the explosive flame. Like he disappeared like right when the hitbox came out.
Yeah.
And characters with teleport recoveries, just any character who's able to actually find some way to get past that when Palutena does it off stage, that's already, one more thing that Palutena has to deal with, because now all of a sudden, as that forward smash takes the stock, she has to edge guard you like a normal character.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, and Palus don't want to do that. She's a top tier, and it's a top tier privilege that they don't have to do that most of the time.
That's very true.
But against Zelda, she has that niche of having a teleport recovery, just like her.
I'm curious, that counter just looked like it whiffed, but it looked like a hitbox. I'm very confused about that. I have to keep an eye on the counters on the Phantom Knights moving forward.
And Gon's actually hitting the Knight right there to destroy it right there. Moves that are strong enough can destroy the Knight.
Oh, it has to be strong enough? Okay.
It has to be strong enough, and I think it also depends on how charged the Knight is. If it's like one of those, if it's the weaker Knight, I think it takes lesser hits, but if it's a strong Knight, it takes a much more powerful move. I could be wrong about that. I'm not completely sure, but I do know that you do need to hit the Knight with a strong move to be able to destroy it.
Good shield there. He actually had the perfect punish opportunity if he went for the parry, but definitely didn't want to risk it there. Even though Zelda's recovery is a little bit more predictable once it's actually out, if you're trying to go for that parry. There's only one time she's going to show up. It's just a matter of where she shows up.
Arhungry's trying to regain the neutral again.
Yeah, now you're seeing the airspeed from Palutena kind of come into play. You see him just kind of dodging around the platforms, looking for his opening. Make the Phantom Knight come out and then come in after that. There's a little bit of recovery before he can come out again, so...
I'm not asking for Palutena nerfs in any regards. I play the character, for God's sake, for Goddess's sake. But if there's any way that I would predict that the dev team would nerf this character, I think they would either tone down the knockback of up air or maybe slightly reduce her airspeed.
Yeah, I think I see the speed thing. But I also know that, isn't it canon that she has super speed or something? Because that was a custom move in Smash 4 was to give her super speed.
I mean, she's a goddess. It's canon that she can do anything.
Right,
If you play Kid Icarus, I mean, it only makes sense that she's a top tier. Because you ever see those tier lists that people make, the characters in terms of canonical strength?
Yeah.
I love those, man. I think I made one of those with my buddies back in the day.
Hey, man, Kirby should have been best character in the game.
Exactly.
What's up with that? Come on,
What's up with that, man? Come on, Saga. He's your own character. Why are you doing dirty?
He's like, you can save the world, but you're going to be ass.
Yeah, you're going to be ass. That's actually not the reason that he made Kirby the starting character in World of Light. But anyway, 150% on the second stock of Gon's, or he'll just air dodge straight up. That's Gon's leaning back in his chair. That is not what he wanted.
Not at all. He does have a really great percent lead here. Back air is not going to kill, but set up for a great edge guarding opportunity. Going to go for the 2-frame maybe? No,
yeah,
just backs off.
Back throw not able to do it right there, but that back air will be able to close it out. Gon's sitting back in his chair now in a sigh of relief, as opposed to rolling his eyes like he was doing a second ago.
Yeah. Great job cleaning that up. I mean, I like that I saw the pummels too before the back air. It's very important. If you don't pummel, you're doing something wrong.
But Sakurai.
Oh yeah,
everybody just assumed, and I did too, that he made Kirby the starting character of World of Light. Cause that's my character, I want to see him be the hero.
I think I might remember where this is going, but please refresh my memory.
He actually made Kirby the one because he saw what Galim does and how he consumed the entire galaxy, and he was thinking what characters in terms of their lore in their games could possibly escape that. And he figured most characters probably couldn't, and the only ones that came to mind were Kirby, Palutena, and Bayonetta.
Yeah.
And he said that he didn't want Palutena or Bayonetta to really be the starting characters because they're not very simple. They both have learning curves.
Yeah, and I'm curious if they could have even had Bayonetta in. When it comes to third-party stuff, I'm very interested to see how they can come into play on those cutscenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's issues with Cloud in the game where he only has a Japanese voice actor. Granted, he's never had an English voice actor yet.
Yeah. So Sakurai said he needs something he needs a character that'd be able to escape to another dimension.
Yeah.
And so he's like, what can do that? The Warp Star can do that. So that's why he went with Kirby actually. And he didn't want Palutena or Bayonetta because he's they have high learning curves. And Kirby is also a very simple character.
Yeah.
He's one of the simpler Smash characters. He's the casual character.
Well, I mean, that's why he designed Kirby the way he is. That's literally why he's a pink blob, is to make him as simple as possible in his original games.
And that's exactly how he is in this game as well. I mean, every casual loves Kirby. They just jump off the ledge, do 5 jumps, hit him with the down B, do it again. It's the ultimate little kid strat.
Yeah, when I was in college, before I got into the competitive scene, I would love to do that. Just go eat people, bring them off stage. If you're playing Melee, suicide them off the map.
That's how I got the Cruel Brawl achievement back in Brawl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how I was able to actually take those things out.
That's awesome.
Speaking of taking out, neither of these guys are able to do it just yet. They're both sitting at very high percents on their first stocks. And Gon's just waiting patiently right there. If he actually stayed by the ledge right there, as that back throw was able to take the stock, the Phantom Knight does scoop below the ledge.
Scoops below and goes above him. That's
So
a crazy hitbox.
He timed the invulnerability on that get-up perfectly
that was
to be
really
able to get around that. That was a really underappreciated maneuver he did right there, as he's able to take Gon's stock right there, evening the game out.
And here, the up air trading, maybe the hitbox came out just beneath it before the first hitbox came out.
Got 50% on this man right now. With the Naryu's Love actually hitting him with... Yup. This should be damage. No, committing with that neutral air right there instead of chasing him down. Zelda, not really designed for rush down. You can't really commit to like an aerial and still be able to get and still be able to chase your opponent after committing to one. Once she does an aerial, you know, in situations like that, whether it's just drifting, DIing away, the Zelda kind of just has to commit. Her aerials still have quite a bit of lag.
And worth noting too, we were talking about color counter picks before. This is my favorite Zelda color. So well done by Arhungry.
Yeah, well done.
Now the favorite for the match. Good stuff.
No bias.
No, none.
So much bias.
Wow. Gets a trade, causes... So that was actually really interesting. The trade with the Phantom Knight caused the hitbox to linger longer, which kind of made a pseudo longer landing lag, and then Arhungry got a punish off of that. That was really either great reactions or just knew it right away, I guess. I don't know.
Right. And he hits him with the Pharaoh's Wind off stage. Not going to be able to kill just yet, though. Both these guys, same position they were at the end of their first stock. Both very high percents. Who is going to take the first one and force their advantage state even further?
Yeah, with how these matches have been going, I'm sure Gonzales looking for the back air, as you see the grab whiff there, or back throw. Such a reliable kill option for Palu. As good as back air is, it's kind of a small hitbox. And wow, the wind coming out from Zelda, taking the stock.
Yeah, and you see the way that Gonz is positioning himself for the most part. Whenever Arhungry puts the neutral B out, not the neutral B, as that backer is going to take the stock, completely evening the game out. Whenever he puts the down B out and it's too far away, he actually jumps, does an aerial, and shifts behind it. He doesn't run up to Arhungry and just grab him, because so many players just want to run up and hit the Zelda when she's doing that move, but you can't. That move, she can release it at any time. It has this huge giant hitbox that springs across. Even if you shield, she can just run up and grab you. When she has that, when she has the Phantom Knight out, a lot of the times you just have to respect it or just go behind it and actually reset the neutral against Zelda, so she doesn't have enough time to be able to get the Knight out again, so you can actually begin to fight her.
Yeah.
You just got to play around that move, be patient enough to deal with that move, and just don't run up and just try and hit Zelda when she's doing it. You got to respect it. And Gon's just doing a great job of that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really interested to see more Zelda down the line, because all these Phantom Knight interactions they really kind of changed the game a little bit in terms of how you play. Like, no other character has anything like that. And there's a fair. It's going to not take it.
Barely not taking it right there.
That's crazy. Past the left side of past the middle of the stage, and still nearly killed before 110%. That's wild. I constantly forget how strong those aerials are.
Catching the end of that Naryu's Love without the intangibility is Gonz. He's going to need a forward air and an up air. Potentially getting the stock, just not quite yet. And Arhungry just drifting back to the ledge right there. And no jump from Arhungry right there. I thought he had his jump.
So was he looking to cancel the charge with the jump? Is that
he was looking to release the hitbox of it, which does not put you in free fall. Zelda can do that, and then jump or up B after it.
Gotcha.
Actually, I don't know about jump. I'm pretty sure she can jump after it, but Arhungry might have just not have had a jump right there, and the up B was just a little too low. He hesitated a little bit and didn't do it in time, and now he's down a game.
Yeah. There are a few characters in this game that got a change in terms of any charging. They can jump out of it now. So, like, Mewtwo I know can. I'm not sure if Lucario always could or not. I know he could do the charge into up B.
He could jump out of it on the ground. He can now do that in the air. He basically has his setup that he had, like, in canceling the R sphere into the up smash. Yeah. So he now can do that in, like, an aerial in the air.
Oh, he still has enough time? That's crazy.
I think he does.
Wow, 86% already. 15 seconds in.
You know, if you want game 5s, that's how you make them happen.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
I mean, clearly the color choice was... I was very wrong, because drop the game as soon as you swap to the cooler color, and here we are taking into stock in the first 20 seconds of game 4 here in Winners Finals. Gets the knockdown, looking for a setup here with the Phantom Knight. Not really going to get anything.
I actually like how Gons hesitated right there to use the down B since he didn't do it. I think Hungry was expecting him to counter it right there to reflect the Phantom Knight since he was in such a perfect position to do it. And I think Hungry just recognized that. And no, not Hungry. I think Gons recognized that and just elected not to do it, and because he knew that Hungry was just waiting for it. High level play.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, you know, it's like a sort of a mid-level play thing, but you know, you got to do mid-level play before high-level play.
So if she counters the Phantom Knight, it will turn around and attack Zelda.
Well, Palutena's counter is also her reflector.
Right.
So yes,
Does it treat it as a
counts as a
projectile?
projectile. Yes, it does. Okay. Mario can cape it back. Another Zelda can use love it back. Fox can shine it back. It is a projectile.
That's interesting. Very good to know. And here, Arhungry, trying to make back to stage.
The more you know, the more you learn.
I'm surprised we're not seeing that much of down tilt usage from Gonzo by the ledge, which I'm surprised by. It seems like such a reliable 2-frame option, but a lot of times you just kind of see him short hop in place, which, I mean, I guess he's trying to cover the up B onto stage, go for like a back air or something, but I don't know. It hasn't worked out in a long time, and I'm surprised I haven't seen him mix it up yet. And here with Max Rage, almost getting a kill on Gonzo with that side B.
We don't even really need to see very many mix-ups as that back throw is going to be able to take the stock. Hungry up 2 stocks in this Game 4 against the great Gonzales. If he keeps playing like this, we're definitely going to be able to get a Game 5. But this back throw is 100% going to do it. All of a sudden, the stocks are 2-1. Still Hungry in advantage. And now we have Zelda in advantage. And just 25%. Off the lightning kick right there.
Yeah.
That's how you build. That's how you build that advantage. You know, Zelda's just out here watching Bob the Builder, dude.
Hey man, the Triforce of Power might be with Ganon, but she stole something because she's doing 25 with 1 kick.
But the Triforce of Wisdom is with Bob the Builder.
Wait, she has the Wisdom one?
No, Bob the Builder does.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, the explosive flame into an
Explosive flame
up air. Narrowly
classic.
sneaking that up air in. That's how you bring games back, ladies and gentlemen. And all of a sudden, only 74% is what stands between these two players right now. And Gons from being in Grand's winner's side, which is where he wants to be.
Yeah, that'd be really impressive to go with a new character that he doesn't have more than a couple weeks on, at least fully like grinding the character out. Going into Grands at a local, I mean, with a lot of talent here, and that's really impressive.
Absolutely.
But it is not over yet. Arhungry is definitely still in the driver's seat of this match. He just has to play smart. Look for his options. I mean, obviously one area will kill here. What?
How was he able to get his shield up right there?
I think
quick.
I don't know the properties of Zelda's jab, but there's a chance, since it's a multi-hit, there's at least like a frame window between those hits, and one of those frames is the frame to get the shield out. That's all I can think of, because there was a lot of hitboxes over there.
Yeah, and this is where it's awkward to be a Zelda main when you're just trying to land that lightning kick and you know you're going to get punished for it if you get that weak hit or if you miss.
Yeah, as we saw, he just got that weak hit barely.
All the time, the percent just tacking on slowly but surely. This is where it's really most terrifying to play Zelda. And then all of a sudden, you're both at kill percent right here. Gonna have to DI away to avoid the up air, but he's gonna be able to get hit by the forward air for his troubles right there. And by the ledge, that is gonna be able to kill. Arhungry not looking very happy about that.
Yeah, that's a lot of mental resilience there by Gonzo, though, to be down that much and bring it back on a new character against someone who's been playing their character for a long time. That's impressive, man.